Prince Harry has lost what is described as a frankly hopeless bid to appeal his case against the Home Office after the High Court said that he had comprehensively lost. Now, the claim he made in February was dismissed after 2.5 years, and he was it was said that he suggested that it was irrational or procedurally unfair. The judge has demonstrated that's not the case, or the judge has ruled that that's not the case. But it doesn't mean that it's right. And it's that distinction between what is legally acceptable and what is morally appropriate, which I think is something that we're looking at so increasingly at the moment in so many different cases. And is this the behavior of an appropriate Home Office? Is this the behavior that is correct? Or is this the behavior that is legally valid but incorrect? I think the monarch's second son deserves to have proper support and proper protection. And should anything happen to him, then I don't think Ravek's decision-making skills will do anything to defend the indefensible. So the judge might say there's no compelling reasons for the case to be heard. There's also the issue that Prince Harry apparently was indiscreet and talked to Johnny Mercer, who's an old chum from Afghanistan. Well, that also may well be true. But again, the demands of the legal system are different to the demands of ordinary life. And it's very easy to fall foul of these demands because they are singular, and they operate in a world which is at a remove from reality. Now, I think that's not to say we shouldn't respect it. We should respect it, but the law can only operate within the framework of the laws that have been passed and approved by Parliament. It doesn't mean a legal judgment doesn't mean it's right. A legal judgment simply means that it is sound on the basis of the legal systems in place. And that is why we have a parliament. We have a parliament so laws can be changed. Laws are not a permanent statement of moral fact. Laws are flexible, and even morality changes. I remember there was a wonderful question in an Oxford exam years and years ago. Is law necessary in a society of angels? In a perfect society, should there be laws? Do you need laws? And the first thought there is that no, a perfect society wouldn't need law, and a perfect society would just be very well behaved. And then you suddenly start thinking about the laws which are not predicated on morality. Laws like which side of the street do you drive on? And so if we had a society of angels that simply decided willy-nilly that they were going to drive their motor cars on the left and on the right, then there would be multiple car crashes and chaos. So a lot of laws are simply the terms by which we define a convention. And those terms change. But equally, as our moral sensitivities develop, so too we need laws to reflect our changing understanding of morality. And of course, top of those laws would be a recognition of the need to eradicate racism, the need to promote greater equality for minority groups, greater equality for women, and so there must be changing laws. Then even the question about hate crime, should that be a law or an encouragement? And as for smoking, while I entirely agree that smoking should be eradicated, smoking is an appalling action that not only endangers the life of the smoker, but also anybody who's passing by. I find it so disturbing to be walking down a street and to find that I've got to inhale all the smoke of the smokers standing outside the door of the office. That seems to me to be worse than pushing them inside the building, where they can at least suffocate each other. But does that mean that we should have a law to make the acquisition of cigarettes and cigars more difficult as we get older? I think that's the wrong use of a law. And it's also a law which cannot be enforced. The law is there to deal with the edges of the system. The law is there to pick up what exhortations and good manners do not quite manage.